Happy Sunday, Sooner Nation. Welcome back to the Sooner Surge. Thanks to everyone who's been watching the content here, enjoying the live streams, commenting on the channel. We appreciate you very much. Please check out the fan stop at thefanstop.com. Sooners are 2-0. Thanks to the defense after last night's 16-12. Yes, I said 16-12 victory over the University of Houston. Sooners are 2-0, but the big question right now in everyone's mind, and it's been already addressed a lot after last night's debacle of a performance from the offensive side, is it time to panic in Norman with the offense that has been trotted out there for the first 2 weeks of the season, guys? And I'm going to start because I know I didn't get a chance to really get on the live last night after the game, the post game with instant reactions, but it's absolutely time to panic on the offensive side of the ball. And unfortunately, it's not just because of one thing. You can't pinpoint it and say that there's one major symptom of this disease that's going on the offensive side of the ball. There's a lot of symptoms, a lot of mistakes that are being made. Some of these mistakes are correctable, guys. That's something that we do have to take a look at. I want us to do that here today. But then there's others, I think, that there's going to be a lot of changes. And it is time to panic because you look at the schedule. It is Tulane, who we saw what they did against K-State. They gave them a heck of a game. And then you got Tennessee coming into Norman, just putting it to North Carolina State yesterday, 51-20. So I think it's time to hit the panic button on the offensive side. Unfortunately, like I said, guys, it's not one problem. This starts at the top. With BV and company, BV's hire of Seth Luttrell, that is a major concern of what's being thrown out there, guys. There weren't many guys running open. Schematically, I didn't see a lot to be, satisfied with on that side of the ball. And then personnel throughout the game, I don't know. I don't think the flat screens to Javonte Barnes are going to cut it as they move forward. I don't think that the fade deep routes to guys who are 5'6" and 5'9" are going to get it done. Unfortunately, the biggest success they have are about 8 yards down the middle of the field, turning around to the tight end or finding Deion Burks. That seems to be the only positive in this offense, guys. They can't even they can't even block, get a hole for any of the running backs. There's no holes. Major concerns.
Yeah, it is time to panic with. You mentioned the schedule they have. I mean, you saw the poll release today. 6 of the first 7 teams are SEC teams. The only one OU doesn't play is Georgia. Okay, so if I remember right. So their schedule's brutal. We've known that all offseason. You cannot be going into game 3 with the offense they're throwing out there. And are you concerned? 100%. I mean, where in y'all's opinion are they going to get better? I know Nick Anderson may come back, and that's going to help him, give him some size. But Jeremy, you mentioned the swing passes. You throw a swing pass to Javonte Barnes, your receivers out there blocking are not very big. They missed Jaden Gibson big time on blocking. They missed Nick Anderson on blocking as far as those type of plays. They're not big out there. They don't play big in that scenario either. So that's a problem. I don't see wide receivers. Really, Andrew Anthony, I don't know how much you can count on him this year. Nick Anderson, what kind of injury does he even have? Nobody knows. Nobody knows his injury. You're through 2 games he hasn't played. I'm concerned. Running backs, I'm concerned because quite honestly, it's not just there's no holes. I'm concerned why Taylor Tatum is the first guy off the bench in game 1, and then this second game he gets 1 carry for 6 yards. I'm concerned. I don't understand it. There's a lot of things I don't understand offensively as far as rotations. The offensive line's a whole nother level that I could go on because they keep – I watched the game again. Logan Howland played quite a bit at left tackle. They moved Tartt on the right tackle, okay? So they moving all these guys around to keep Sexton at guard when I think Sexton would be better at tackle. He played tackle for Guyton last year, and he played pretty well. What is the holdup on putting Heath Azida at guard? What is the holdup on putting another young guy at the other guard? What is the holdup there? What did they not trust with the offensive line? I think moving guys around and shuffling guys around doesn't help either. That's another thing. Another thing, Seth Luttrell, because Jackson Arnold did not play well last night at all. And I hear a lot of people saying quarterback change. It's not going to matter. Listen, it starts at the top, and it starts with Seth Luttrell. Okay? They've played 2 games. They have not looked prepared offensively. They haven't looked like they even know what their best plays are. They don't look like they know their identity. They don't look like they know what to run on 3rd and 9. I don't, you know what? They run on 3rd and 9. They run a quarterback draw, so maybe they can get 4th and 4 and go for it. That's not a mindset you want as an offense. You want to go get the first down on 3rd down. Okay? We could keep going. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. But right now, it starts with Seth Luttrell. And I don't know how quick you can figure it out, but it's going to have to be yesterday.
Yeah, Jay, something to me that you said was this offense has no identity at all. Is this a run-first team? Is this a pass-first team? And those that are calling for Jackson Arnold, can you blame him for playing? I don't even know.
Yeah,
if
he didn't play good. He didn't play
good.
No,
No, for playing scared or timid. But he has no time to throw the ball. His receivers aren't getting open. So who's he supposed to throw the ball to? It's like almost every single time he needs to scramble out of the pocket to make a play, to make something happen. So it's, what is this offense? And Jason, Jeremy, you guys both have said it. Seth Luttrell, what is he even going through his head during the game to make this offense have success? Because there would be times where we would complain last year about Jeff Lebby and his offense, and supposedly their schemes are similar. And Jeff Lebby's offense was best whenever they were in rhythm. This offense so far has had no rhythm, basically through 7.5 quarters of football. The first quarter of Temple was solid on offense. Outside of that, it has not been pretty. And this is the ugliest offensive football they've played since 2022 second half versus Oklahoma State in a whole game. I mean, it's not been great. There's so many questions, like Jason, you said it. Why not move Sexton to tackle, start Ozida at guard? We are asking all these questions, and for some reason, no one's wanting to make the change.
Listen, I think as Sooner fans want some answers to some things. A couple things to touch on. Yeah, Jackson Arnold was pitiful last night. He would be the first to say it. Seth Luttrell owned up to a mistake, but you can't keep doing that. You're going to have to change some things, in my opinion. Jay, you're right. The blocking from the receivers is abysmal. A flare screen's not going to work with the Zion. I don't know why Zion Kearney and Ivan Carrion cannot get out there on the field at all, cannot get snaps. I don't know why. And Bauer Sharp was bad last night blocking, guys. He was bad. You add that to the list of things that are mounting on this offense. Another fact, 3rd and 9 is an average. Guys, I don't care who you are. 3rd and 9, the percentage to get a 3rd and 9 is about a 32% across the nation. You're not setting yourself up. It's ridiculous. There is no identity. I will say with what you said, Jackson, OU at one possession started going fast, and they actually got 2 or 3 plays. And I think OU's got to abandon they got to go fast. They got to go more play action. They got to stop more of the zone read. They got to go more play action stuff with Arnold, rolling him out more. That's what's got to change. And you got to get some of the receivers back. And I think you got to play Kearney. He's at least 6'1", in my opinion. And then the line has to be adjusted again. Has to be.
Hey, guys, the Jackson Arnold stuff, he was really bad. And my thing about this is game 2 after a bad performance in game 1. Game 2, bad performance offensively. And that all stems to me from Seth Luttrell, who is prepping the quarterbacks for their performance. Jackson Arnold does not look confident. He looks like he's overthinking things. He looks very unsure of himself. He left the pocket early quite a bit last night. He's very unsure of maybe the reads. I don't know what it is, but something has got him where he's not playing like he did even against Arizona, where he was slinging around the field. This offense looks like a shell of itself from that Arizona game. Now,
maybe
Jay. That was Jeff Lebby's offense, and that's the difference. That could be
it is a shell of itself. You had Anderson Anthony. I mean, you had Anderson, Farouk on the outside, Gibson,
Jeremy,
Jake.
always
Jason, just a second.
Let me
When you
finish.
look out there, and you got 5'6" guys on the outside, 5'8", and there's no separation, I think that's part of the timidness. That's a part of the lack of confidence.
Jeremy,
I don't think you trust Zion Raggins.
Jeremy, all we heard about
was bad, but he looked way better last season in the bowl game with those guys and Levy's scheme than he did last night. The first
different offense. It was not
the first game. He did not look near as bad as he did last night, Jay.
It was not Seth Luttrell's offense. First off, second off, the wide receiver depth is all we've heard about for about 7 months.
Agreed.
And now you're getting to see it, and now everyone says
Zion Raggins was not in the depth list, Jay.
Listen, I know they've got injuries. I get it. I'm not saying Anderson won't help. Anderson, and if Anthony was healthy would help a lot. But my thing is they got more problems in this, and it comes from the top, and it comes from prepping for a game. You have film on Houston. This is not game 1. This is game 2. You had film on Houston. You could see what they did defensively. To come out there with the first 3 plays they ran, that looks like to me that they rolled up out of bed on Saturday and said, "Let's go play." And they didn't even prep the stuff. You didn't even run stuff that you think that would work. I mean, I can count on one hand 3 or 4 plays that I thought great calls. The Jake Roberts twice was the best calls of the night. And to me, it says something about your receivers if maybe your best package is 3 tight ends. And maybe that says a lot about your O-line too, because maybe 3 tight ends is the only way you can block up front. I don't know.
Yeah, Jeremy, something to me that makes no sense. Why did Taylor Tatum play less than 10 snaps? Why did Andrew Anthony? He didn't even play 1 snap the whole game.
Anthony's must not be ready to go.
And then why did he play between 20 and 30 snaps in the first game against Temple if he's not ready to go? There's no answers for anything. It's frustrating to watch OU play offense right now. And I hope it can get better against Tulane, but right now I have no confidence it's going to.
This offense is going to have to take small steps, in my opinion. There's not going to be an overnight change. I think next week against Tulane, you got to figure out what can we do better and what can we be better at. Let's get a little bit better. It's going to have to. I don't know if they have with the injuries and stuff, they have enough upside where I'm looking at it thinking, wow, they can change in a week or 2. I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm dead wrong.
Taylor Tatum, to answer that question, Taylor Tatum missed several pass pros in last night's game. Javonte Barnes was excellent picking up blitzes. But I agree, Jay. When 3 tight ends is your best set, and listen, Brennan Thompson caught 2 passes, guys. No other receiver on the team. It was tight ends and running backs, okay? So outside of Burks, that's what they have. Burks is really the only receiver who can consistently get open on the slant route.
They double him.
And they're doubling him.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, hey, a lot that needs to be improved on. I want you to drop your, I guess you could say, your remedies in the comments, in the comment section of this video. Drop your remedies. What would you prescribe to change to help this Sooner offense before they go into battle at 2:30 next Saturday against Tulane? We'll have another video where we break down the defense. That's something you can definitely be excited about for Sooner Nation, and we'll break that down a little later. Thanks for watching the content. We appreciate it. Till next time.